Oh! Yeah, it's empty. That would be the problem. These two right here. Yep, watch those two. Oh, hi there. Yep, just a little bit of a Vruck update. It doesn't want to run when it's cold like this. It's got no choke on it. I know that's part of the problem. Had a little bit of a giant backfire. And since then, he hadn't really been seeming to want to fire up.
Okay, now when I say giant backfire, I'm talking like the loudest backfire I've ever heard in my life. I thought there was going to be parts of the Vruck laying on the ground. So when I originally put the thing together, I put a high flow 160 degree Mr. Gasket thermostat in. It has a giant massive 4-core radiator the guy who built it put in there. So it never got above 130 degrees. So I'm going to put in a 190 degree OEM regular temp thermostat, see how it goes. Let's get this started by draining the coolant.
Why does coolant always go absolutely everywhere? Absolutely everywhere. Oh, much better than the safety squints. Now I'm ready to go. Oh! Yeah, it's empty. That would be the problem.
Right about now, I'm noticing something's wrong. I'm not going to know where top dead center is on cylinder number 1.
That is not good news. I think that's what we call dropping the distributor gear. Okay, well, it looks like it just sheared the pin off. Man, I hope this comes out of here.
Had the engine been running, or had I revved it up, or continued to try to start it, this could have been really, really bad. You know, when that distributor gear comes off, it could have been chewing up the cam gear, chewing itself up, getting into the oil pump, getting anywhere else into the oiling system, and really ruin this engine. So, you know, that retainer came off, and we lost the oil pump drive, but it was still down inside of the oil pump, so I was able to pull that out, and also pulled out most of the pin and retainer that's supposed to hold that in there. So I'm hopeful that we might be able to save this thing. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and continue to remove everything associated with the old ignition system. So I'm going to pull all the old wires off, got to get new plug wires to fit the cap. I can remove the coil and the condenser, but I'll reuse that tack wire and coil wire for the new distributor. It's nice it's already there. Then I'm going to have to pull out the number 1 spark plug, pull off the valve cover on that side of the engine, and crank it over to see, according to the lifters, if it's on the top dead center of the exhaust or compression stroke. You want to watch? You want to help?
Not tight. That is not the right stroke. I'm gonna just go out on a limb. Let's go around and around again. You guys can tell me which stroke I'm on. These two right here. Watch those two.
The reason we're going to have to watch the lifters is because the crankshaft rotates 2 times for every 1 rotation of the camshaft. You've got top dead center 2 times on the engine, and
Big boy's hard to turn over.
so it could be top dead center of the exhaust stroke, which would be 180 degrees of timing out, or top dead center on the compression stroke, which is right where we want to be.
Now, thank you guys for watching that for me. That was wrong at first, but now I have it at top dead center on the compression stroke. That was the intake valve you saw opening and then closing. And then I brought it back up and it was on compression, so I'm good to go.
You guys were very helpful there. Now I'm sure I've got it at top dead center on the compression stroke. I'm going to go ahead and reinstall the new thermostat and begin what turned out to be a 2+ hour task of installing the new distributor, trying to get the drive gear lined up where I could put the distributor in and have it pointing at the #1 cylinder. So this new distributor has a really nice design. It uses no roll pin. This is what failed on the old one. So it uses a GM HEI cap, high energy ignition, so the coil, ignition module, and everything is right in the cap. It's very, very nice because it also has a machine gear section that slots in, and it is no roll pins. It is keyed with a slot to the distributor, which is a machine piece. Sometimes when you're trying to get pieces like this to stick together, an old mechanic's trick is to put some grease in between the two parts and use stiction. Ended up installing the gear so that it engaged with the crank and would turn the distributor, and then I cranked it over, bumped it with the starter a couple times so it stayed in time, and eventually the Dizzy dropped right onto the drive pump, oil pump drive rod. Now it's time to crank it and see if it fires up. I know the timing is going to be way off, as you can see here as it dies. You've got to warm it up in order to set the idle and the timing correctly. Right now I'm going to adjust the distributor just to get it to idle. I definitely figured out where the backfire was. It was exhaust. The muffler's kind of blown out. Okay, well, after an annoyingly long time fixing the sheared off distributor gear pin and installing the HEI style distributor, I need to get the truck timed. I need to get it warmed up. But it's also throwing me off listening to the exhaust notes because the muffler blew out. So when the pin sheared and it backfired, or it backfired and sheared the pin, it blew up this muffler like a balloon. So I'm going to try this out. I also have a glass pack to try out, but this is the new Rumble series MagnaFlow is making for AutoZone. So it's a 2-chamber welded muffler design, very similar to a Flowmaster. So this will also give me a chance to fix this. The hanger's not really there anymore, and that's putting weight on the collector, which is causing that to leak. But take a look at that crease in that muffler right there, and how blown out it is there. Now it's leaking on the bottom. Yeah, that worked good. Now, I'll be honest, the glass pack didn't even make it on, so I'm going to get started on removing all the rusty stuff. You know, the kid in me wasn't going to be able to resist firing it up with open headers. Open header sound check. You're that far away so it doesn't distort. But I'm thinking I really might want to get some cutouts. Good. But it's time to get serious. That's not practical at all for driving the thing around. But I think I am going to get some of those cutouts where you can just kind of reach down and pull up your wasteland skull that's mounted to the handle that actuates the cable that pulls the dump open. And I can really have some fun. Anyway, so I'm going to clean up the old pipes, get some new hangers, new gaskets, bolts. Tailpipes are going to have to be cut and modified a little bit to fit out, so we'll have to wait for that. Well, we've got her running and timed. She sounds great. Let's see how it drives. There's a little rattle from the exhaust. I need to work at mounting that better. Probably gonna need to either put some rubber in there or I need to get a better hanger, because that hanger allows it to come up and hit the tranny cross member. And it is bumpy. Wonder if I can improve it by man, it's never run this good. Oh, it is running fantastic. Except for a dead spot in the carburetor, I need to take that apart again. The fuel filters are pretty clogged. But I'm learning. Just like I'm no good at videos. Oh, hey Tucker. Oh yeah, and we're actually getting some temperature in the thing. And at temperature, she still idles at 25 pounds of oil pressure. I'm happy. Well, that's a wrap for this one. Definitely some other things I need to do. It's obviously still got wiring stuff I got to figure out. It's an ongoing project. Got to get the tailpipes fit on there, get that exhaust to stop hitting the cross member and making the horrible noise inside it's making. But Stanka B don't give up. Big plans for this thing. So yeah, there's no time to Vruck around. Got tickets to Atomic Falls 2019 already. Vruck's going to be there. Stanka B's going to be there. Moving on in the right direction to get this thing road ready. It's got a lot of fuel in the tank right now. I'm probably going to go get that cleaned because I do still have to keep changing fuel filters, rebuilding the carb. I kind of figured, that would kind of go away the more and more I ran stuff through it. But at this point, I'm just blowing the fuel filters out and going back. So, yeah, it's a blast. I think I'm just going to drive it around and enjoy it. Keep you updated. I think I'm going to switch to videos one time a week, probably just releasing them on Sundays. It'll give me more time to do some filming, thinking, and I really want to work on my voiceovers and have more time to do those, have more time to do some, composites, animated titles, just fun stuff to throw in to make the videos a little bit more fun for you guys. So stay tuned. We'll see what happens. I also wanted to thank Brett and Tori for this early Christmas gift. gave it to all of us that have helped out at the hangar, which is moving on to other hands and off to bigger and better things. But M12 Milwaukee heated jacket. This thing has been keeping me so warm today, so that was awesome. Thanks a lot, guys.